Scanning your perceptual database. Scanning your perceptual database. You'll often see me go like this. I'll talk about the whirlwind of your life, or you're scanning your perceptual database. And this is a skill that we use in group, of being able, when you have the opportunity to check in, you stand on the precipice, right? You're going to take a step. And there's something very, very special about that moment where you get to make a choice to take something that's on the inside and to bring it to the outside, right? To bring it into the space so that it can be experienced with the men that are in there. And when you scan your perceptual database, you're noticing all of the things that have resonance, right? Like all of the, and you could put naming conventions on them, but these are thought objects, or these are things that your awareness has gotten attached to. And usually they're things that we've resisted, right? Because the things that we don't resist, they just pass through us, right? Which is why things that make us happy, things that are joyful, we tend to take them for granted, or we just forget them because they pass right by, or the trees or the sun, right? We're not appreciating those things. So when we scan our perceptual database, this in and of itself is a skill, right? Because you, without even saying anything, I get to choose whether or not I want to talk about this subject, or this subject, or this subject, or this subject, right? And so just start to notice that scanning your perceptual database is a thing. It is a practice and it's a skill. And then when you pick it, when you pick that item, that's when we start to get into dropping out of story and finding context. Is because instead, and I'll talk about this in the next video, but instead of reenacting the entire thing and telling someone about the story of what happened, what we're doing is we're practicing getting to the point, to the part that is resonant, that has sensation for it, right? So rather than giving you the full story, which has meaning and narrative and all of this stuff that gets you away from the experience, we're practicing scanning our perceptual database, finding the context of an event, right? So that we can then get out of the story in our head and to get into our body. And I'll talk about that in the next video. But scanning your perceptual database is the term that we use for the practice of going into your mind, or going into your body, and finding something that's sensational or has resonance, something that has either closed you or opened you, something that you feel is resonant or meaningful to go into. And notice that I don't say that it's bad or good. It has resonance, it has sensation, it has meaning to you. And it's something you'd like to bring into the space, okay? So that first skill is scanning your perceptual database. Go ahead and practice it in group. I'll see you in there.